Hi, I'm Steve McNallen, and I lead an organization called the Asatru Folk Assembly, or AFA. Asatru is a native European religion, and in the next few minutes I'd like to explain to you just exactly what that means. Asatru was practiced throughout Europe by many of the tribes of that area, all the way from Iceland to Russia, all the way from the frozen climes of Scandinavia down to the sunny shores of the Mediterranean. These tribes wandered, lived, fought, left their legacy, and honored their gods and their goddesses and their ancestors. Today, the sons and daughters of Europe are scattered all around the world, and we think of ourselves as being Americans or Canadians or Germans or Danes. But beneath these newer labels, there lurks an older and more essential identity. We are Angles and Saxons. We are Vikings. We are Hermundari, Chatti, Cheruski, all the old tribes from which we are descended. We have been Europeans for about 40,000 years. We have been Christians for considerably less than 2,000 years. Perhaps it is time that we took a look at the path of our ancestors, the way that they related to themselves, to the gods, to the world around them, and see if there isn't something there that can benefit us, real, ordinary, live human beings in the 21st century. In the 1960s and 1970s, many people of Native American ancestry started returning to their traditional ways. Part of this was expressed in political fashion, but other parts dealt with their innate spirituality, the ways of their ancestors. At about the same time, many people of African American descent began looking towards all things African, looking to their culture in Africa, their clothing, their food, their ways of relating with each other, and yes, also looking at their African religious roots as well. Now it is time for people of European descent, not just in America, but all around the world, to hearken back to this older identity. Time to look again at the way, the spiritual way that gave our ancestors strength and courage and protection and inspiration in a difficult world. It's not easy for me to give you any sort of a description of Asatru in terms of beliefs and doctrine in a short little presentation like this. But I do have some statements that I would like to read that I feel tell a little bit about the flavor of Asatru, how Asatru fits in our hearts, what it feels like. I have here 9 statements. Number 1, the world is good. Prosperity is good. Life is good, and we should live it with joy and enthusiasm. Number 2, we are free to shape our lives to the extent allowed by our skill, courage, and might. There is no predestination, no limitations imposed by the will of any external deity. Number 3, we do not need salvation. All we need is the freedom to face our lives with courage and honor. Number 4, we are connected to all our ancestors. They are a part of us. We, in turn, will be a part of our descendants. Number 5, we are also linked to all our living kin, to our families, and to every man and woman rooted in the tribes of Europe. These are our greater family. Number 6, we are connected to nature and subject to its laws. The holy powers often express themselves in nature's beauty and might. Number 7, we believe that morality does not depend on commandments, but arises from the dignity and honor of the noble-minded man and woman. Number 8, we do not fear the holy powers or consider ourselves their slaves. On the contrary, we share community and fellowship with the divine. The holy powers encourage us to grow and to advance to higher levels. And finally, number 9, we practice Asatru by honoring the turning of the seasons, the ancestors, the divine, and ourselves in everyday life. Asatru is about roots. It's about connections. It's about coming home.